Still smiling, he pulled the Glock 30 from his shoulder holster and squeezed the trigger. Snow felt the first impact, but it wasn't until the second that he realized he had been shot. The next thing he knew, he was knocked off his feet, flying backward through the air. Snow dropped to the asphalt, unmoving, blood leaking out of two very large holes in his body. A tingling sensation in his extremities told him that the blood loss was substantial. Despite the humid climb, he felt a chill run through him. He was dying. Ortega had only fired 3 shots. The first clipped Agent Snow's arm, spinning him around. The second missed completely. The third hit its mark, center mass. Snow stared up into a brilliant blue sky punctuated with a few fluffy white clouds as blood pooled beneath him. Above him, Ortega and his companions stood and looked down at him. He was smiling, but she wasn't. That surprised him. Although they had been intimate with one another, neither of them had pretended it was anything more than a physical convenience. For him, she had simply been another asset to get him closer to his target. Mission accomplished. He had found Ortega. Surprisingly, he didn't finish the job. After a moment, Miguel Ortega shook his head, turned and walked away, out of Snow's line of sight, presumably back to his plane. Daniela Cordoza stayed a moment longer, and he thought he saw sadness in her eyes, although he couldn't be sure of anything as he lay there gasping for air. And then she was gone. He assumed she had a plane to catch. Snow's vision grayed around the edges as he struggled to catch his breath. Then, surprisingly, followed the sensation of flight, as if gravity no longer held sway over him. Trees and clouds flashed past his vision at dizzying speeds until gravity reasserted itself, and he crashed back to Earth. And just like that, it was all over. All that remained was darkness and pain.